Welcome back, guys. Um, Welcome back to this channel. And today some of y'all have been asking me about ratios and proportions. And that's what we're gonna do today. So we could be able to understand how to do this problem much more effectively. And some of the questions that you was asking is that, what does that mean? What is ratios? How can you understand it better? So I'm going to give some examples, how to do it, and how to interpret it when they give you a sentence, and how to organize it better. Okay? Basically, a ratio is just how many times a number is to another number. It's comparing two numbers and finding out how they're equivalent. It's also good to help organize how much of something is compared to something else. Okay, so let's talk about this what we have now. So the first ratio problems I'm going to give is this one. Here, I gave two examples. Lemons, there's 6 lemons and there's 8 oranges. Right? So the ratio that you have to find is like, if you have 6 lemons and you have 8 oranges, what is the ratio of oranges, you could say, to lemons? So if I said oranges to lemons, then what you do is you write how much oranges do you have? You have 8. So I'll write the number 8 over here. Then you have to use the symbol ratio, which is 2 dots right here. Okay, so this symbolizes the ratio. This symbolizes the symbol ratio. And oranges to lemons. So we have 8 oranges. How many lemons we have? We have 6. So that would be your ratio, 8 to 6. All right, because for every 8 oranges, there's 6 lemons. All right. If I said the other way around, how many lemons are to oranges, I'll have to write it this way. I'll write 6 first. There are 6 lemons to 8 oranges, like that. And you could use other examples as well. So let's say I use, instead of 6, I change the numbers up a bit and say instead of 6 lemons, I put 10 lemons, and oranges I put 15. Okay? So now if I said how many lemons are to oranges, I would say this one. There are 10 lemons. There are 10 lemons for every 15 oranges. Okay? So that's how you read it. 10 lemons, because it says 10, a ratio to 15 oranges. So for every 10 lemons, there are 15 oranges. So those are key steps that help you to take as well. Now, once you understand this, you can also take it further. And the next step that will follow is also proportions. So a proportion is, I'm going to show you an example here, is this one. Is when you have, say, let's take it to another level. And say you have 10 lemons. So let's put 10 over 15. Okay? It's equal to, let's put in the bottom, I'm just putting different numbers that I'm choosing. I'm going to put, in this case, 20. And I'm going to put an X. X symbolizing an unknown. We don't know that answer yet, but we're going to find it. Okay? So this is proportions. Okay? So what do you do? When you have 10 over 15 is equal to X over 20, what is it that you do? This is what you do. Step 1. The first thing you have to do is cross multiply. You look at the problems and you say, let's cross multiply. Because you have 10 over 15, a fraction, is equal to this other fraction. But you don't know what this is, this number. So the point is to find the unknown variable. So since you have 10 over 15, this 10 will have to multiply with that 20. And this 15 will multiply with that X. So it will appear like this. 10 times 20 is equal to 15 times X. Okay? So I'll erase this part on the top. So I'm gonna write it over here. So 10, I'm gonna write this dot, this also symbolizes multiplication, times 20 is equal to 15x. So a quick way to multiply this is that we know that we have two zeros. So we just, when you multiply any numbers that have, two numbers that have zeros, you just count how many zeros you have. So here we have two zeros, so the final product will have to have two zeros. And you just have to focus on the numbers. 2 times 1 is what? It's 2. So, and you just add the two zeros. So the answer here will be 200. And then 15x. You bring that down. Okay? Then, now you have 15x here equals 200. So the next step you have to do is, since you have 15 times x, and you want to have this x alone, you have to bring this 15 on another side. So in order for you to do that, you have to use the opposite operation of multiplication, which means that you need to divide this 15 from this x and divide it, so you could bring it under here and divide 200 by 15. So it will look like this. So 15x divided by 15, this is to cross them out, which will have 200 equals 200 over 15 equals x. So it will look like this. Okay? 200 divided by 15 equals x. Okay? So then you just have to now divide it to figure that out. Okay? So to do that, just simply, you can divide normally, put the 15 outside, the bottom number stays on the outside, okay, which is the divisor, and the top number goes on the inside, which is the dividend. And then we just have to find the quotient. So 15 goes into 20 just one time. So 20 minus 15 is 5. Okay? So then the next step we have to do is, now we bring down the 0. Okay? And then 15 goes into 50. 15 times 3 is 45. So it'll be 3. That's the closest one we could do. So 50 minus 45 is 5. We will have to bring another 0. Okay. I'm going to bring this up here again. Okay. So 15, 200, 13. We already minus the 15 over here. So you're left with the 5. I bring down the 0. 3 times 15 is 45, which gives me a 5 in the end. So make that clear for you in the top. So 15 times 1 gives us 15. 15 is the closest number you could get to 20. So when you 20 minus 15 gives us 5. Now I bring down the 0 because 15 can't go to 5. So then, after you do that, then you have to you have to find a number that's closer. What times 15 gives you 50? Closer to 50. So 15 times 3 is 45. So 50 minus 45 is 5. Since we have no more zeros, what I do is I add a 0, but I have to put a decimal here first, indicating that there will be a decimal above, and I bring down a 0 again. Okay? So this repeats again. So then 15 times 3 gives you 45 because it's close again. And I will stop right there. So the answer will be x will equal 13.3 with the non-terminating decimals. It's going to keep going 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay? So those are ways that you can start doing that. You have to practice this. If you don't practice this, it gets a little crazy. But what you got to do is understand that your multiplications got to be sharp, and you have to also understand that this is actually fun. Once you understand that, you're gonna be wanting to do this all the time. Okay, that's it for now, and I hope that this is clear for you. Feel free to share, subscribe, and to like. And if you have any more questions, just give me a comment, and I'm willing to help you. Take care.